But make sure you put these on the radar if you haven't already, if this thing starts to shut back down. Because two places are going to do very well, and that's What is up, boys and girls? My name is Adam, and welcome back to Broke Man Finance. There are lots of rumors right now swirling around about lockdowns. Are we going to have one? Are we not going to have one? Who really knows? And I'm not here to get political by no means, nor do I give a flip flying crap about your opinion on the vaccine. But what I do give a flip flying crap about is having a plan in place in case a lockdown goes into effect, a plan for the stock market and your money and your portfolio, and giving all of us the best chance to make some money in that process. A lot of people, Bill Ackman, made a lot of money the last time we did lock her down. But a lot of us saw our portfolios sink like a goddamn anchor. However, this time I plan on planning to have a plan. However, this time I plan on having a plan in place in case that lockdown actually does occur. And I'm very hopeful that you are planning to have a plan as well. And if you can appreciate that preparation, then do me a solid, hit that like button, and remember to subscribe. In this video, I'm going to share with you a number of stocks that I plan on watching very closely if a lockdown occurs. Now, this isn't my typical 3 to 5 year investment window. This is going to be solely to take advantage of that event of a lockdown and who stands to benefit, just to make a quick buck in the market. First up is Teladoc Health, ticker symbol TDOC. This is a platform that can connect you to a doctor 24/7 by using your phone or computer and never having to leave your house. Right now, they are currently trading for $149 and are back down towards the price they were back in March of 2020. When the lockdown finally hit last year, their share price continued to jump up, and obviously you could imagine why. And they even got to a high of $308 this past February, but now they are down nearly 53%. There is no question that if we go back into a lockdown and we continue to see these Roni cases continue to push up, there's no doubt that share price is going to push back up. Now, how much it pushes up is yet to be determined because they do have some competition. Which leads me to the next one on the list with a little bit of information that a lot of people don't realize, and that's Walmart. We all know Walmart is a behemoth in retail, groceries, and you can find any damn thing there. And they did incredible numbers during 2020. But what has me even more interested in Walmart this go round is their recent acquisition of MeMD. MeMD is similar to Teladoc in virtual doctor visits, but they also provide behavioral therapy and mental health help to their clients. This will be a part of the Walmart Health branch. If we go back into lockdown, I'm telling you, Walmart stands to be one of the biggest winners out there, and it will certainly be worth having in your portfolio. And I'm not mad if you already have it in your portfolio, because they are one of the biggest. They're not as sexy as Tesla. They're not as sexy as Amazon. I get it. It's Walmart. But they are one of the more innovative companies out there, and they are willing to try and experiment with things. And that's why I'm still riding with Walmart. And I believe that their share price is going to continue to push up. And if a lockdown happens, look for Walmart to do crazier numbers this time than they did last. Next is several that I like in a certain industry, and that industry is the gaming industry. If we lock it down, if we go back into lockdown mode and you don't have any of these in your portfolio, you are missing out on profits. Because all of these guys saw some incredible numbers while we were stuck at home. I'm talking about Electronic Arts, ticker symbol EA. Activision Blizzard, ticker symbol ATVI. And Take-Two Interactive, ticker symbol TTWO. You may be sitting there thinking, well, why not just go ahead and pick these up, because the gaming industry is booming. They've been growing year after year after year. Why not just go ahead and throw these in the portfolio and leave them alone? And I wouldn't disagree with you. All I'm saying is I'm not buying them quite yet, because the numbers are starting to slow. The share price is starting to creep back down as everything opens back up and people are playing less. Although EA did top their recent earnings expectations, they're still down on the year. Activision has been going through some lawsuit mess. China is cracking down on online gaming, which could affect everybody. So try to be a little bit more patient because I could see all these prices continuing to drop. We could see a great dip in the gaming industry and a great time to buy. And if we go into a lockdown, then absolutely pick up one or more of these companies because they are going to continue to do well. Next on my list is a couple of staples, and if they are already in your portfolio, then I would not be mad at you. And I'm talking about Home Depot, ticker symbol HD, and Lowe's, ticker symbol LOW. Everyone and their meemaw and peepaws were doing some kind of home improvement project, gardening, and these places were packed out. The numbers were ridiculous. For instance, in June of last year, CNBC reported that kitchen and bathroom remodeling projects were up 40% compared to last year. Home extensions and additions improved by 52%. And fence installations and repairs jumped 166%. And both companies saw over 20% increases in sales. Now, don't expect these kind of numbers in times of normalcy, whatever that looks like nowadays. But make sure you put these on the radar if you haven't already, if this thing starts to shut back down. Because two places are going to do very well, and that's Home Depot and Lowe's. And piggybacking off of those two leads me to my next one, and that is Pinterest. Ticker symbol PINS. Pinterest proved to be quite useful during the last lockdown as people searched for home renovation projects, and Pinterest was there to give ideas and help organize those ideas. Monthly average users surged 37% in 2020 to 459 million. And that rate of expansion continued into the first quarter of this year with a monthly average user rate growing 30% year over year, which now stands at 478 million users worldwide. More encouraging is where that growth is coming from. Of the 478 million global users, almost 80% came from international markets, and they are growing at an annual pace of 37%, much faster than the 9% growth rate for US users. Pinterest isn't one that jumps out to investors as a lockdown stock, but when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. So keep this one in mind because Pinterest will benefit a lot from the lockdown. It could make their investors a lot of money. One that benefited crazy during the lockdown that I wouldn't necessarily consider buying specifically because of the lockdown, that at first glance it seems like a no-brainer and is one of those stocks that jumps out to investors as a must-have during the lockdown. But is it? I'm talking about DocuSign. There are a lot of places still using them, and I do not believe they will see a run-up like they did in the first lockdown. Point being, I'm not going to buy DocuSign because of the lockdown because there are still a lot of places using them that were using them during the lockdown. So I don't think the lockdown is going to make that much of a difference. It will a little bit, but I don't think it'll make that much of a difference to their business as it did the first time. DocuSign has just become kind of the norm for people to use now, and DocuSign is actually seeing high renewal rates. So those same companies that came to DocuSign during the lockdown are still hanging out with DocuSign. So I'm not saying that I will buy them specifically for the lockdown. I may just buy DocuSign at any point I feel like it's a good price point to jump into it. Just something to think about before you start throwing money at stocks that you believe are going to be a great earner for the lockdown. And again, nothing towards DocuSign. I think it's a great company. I'm saying you should probably look at buying DocuSign at any point, not just directly because of a lockdown, if that makes sense. But let me know what else makes sense in your world. What are you looking at if a lockdown occurs? What are you not buying if a lockdown occurs? I would really like to hear that. As always, I hope whatever stocks you choose go to the moon. I hope you stay safe, and we will see you next time.